technical abilities. But if you're grumpy, don't smile and aren't polite, no job. The result is an entire team of over 200 of the world's friendliest technicians. Call and see for yourself. Our precision tune-up and professional cleaning is just $88. Call Service Champions at 833-777-7777 or find us online at servicechampions.com. Service Champions Clothing, Heating,
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamaha Resort and Casino at San Manuel. 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamaha Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at Yamaha.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
The Kfi Financial Report brought to you by Bay Alarm. The Dow closed down 266. S&P 500 down 23. NASDAQ up less than a point. And the average price of a gallon of regular gas in California is now $4.56.
With a range of commercial fire and security solutions, Bay Alarm can protect it all with just one call.
Southland weather from KFI, another warm one. Tomorrow, highs around 90 for Metro LA, mid-80s to low 90s in the valleys and the IE, upper 80s to low 90s in inland OC. Right now, 82 in Orange, 71 Huntington Beach, it's 86 in Northridge, and 82 in Sun Valley. We lead local live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Deborah Mark.
John and Ken Show. John Cobell and Ken Shampoo, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We got a rapper coming on next hour. Bryson Gray. He's got the #1 song in the country. Let's Go Brandon. A funny song that encapsulates Joe Biden pretty well. So we'll have him on coming up after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and the reason it's called Let's Go Brandon started for a funny reason. It was a sports reporter for NBC covering a NASCAR race, and apparently the fans were not chanting Let's Go Brandon. That was the name of the NASCAR driver who was interviewing. But they were chanting Yes, Joe Biden. So that's why the use of that title.
I keep looking up news stories, and she's never explained why she said that. She's gone silent, at least on that issue.
She really believed they were chanting Let's Go Brandon.
Yeah, I know. Some progressive leaders in the media saying, oh, she was just a very quick thinker. And it's like, no, maybe she panicked, or maybe she was she was embarrassed, trying to fool the audience. I mean, you can hear clearly what they were chanting on the tape. I don't know what that was about.
In 15 minutes, you'll get another shot at some money. The keyword to text. And $1,000 up for grabs in this nationwide contest, which has already produced 11 KFI listeners as winners in just 8 or 9 days of us doing this again. But now, we talked about this story last week. There was another chapter yesterday. In-N-Out Burger versus the vaccine mandate.
So how many stores have they closed up in...
Well, no, there's one at Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco.
Yeah.
That got closed but reopened for takeout only. And now we have another one in the Bay Area in Contra Costa County, which I guess has been closed, and maybe they're going to work on takeout only too. So let's bring on Alex Stone, who knows a lot about this story, to give us the update on In-N-Out Burger.
This is a sacrilege, Alex. It's outrageous. Don't mess with the double-double. The government shutting down In-N-Out? Well, that's essentially what In-N-Out Burger is saying as well, that this is government overreach, and that they're going to continue to fight it. So, yeah, the one at Fisherman's Wharf was the first one. Now, there are rumors that they have illegally reopened up the dining room there, because they don't have a drive-thru at that one. And San Francisco, the county upstairs, are going to check that out. Doesn't seem like it'd be too difficult to walk in there and figure that out. What they're going to do after that, they don't seem to really know, that they don't have a real good enforcement of what the next step is going to be. Then the one in Contra Costa County in Pleasant Hill, it was shut down yesterday. It reopened today for drive-through and to-go only. That they're being told, nope, if you're not going to check vaccination status, that you're not allowed to open up the dining room. And the county supervisors up there, they're saying they're serious about this. This is the first big company that is taking on California counties on the vaccine proof rules, but This is John Joy, a Contra Costa County supervisor. He said they got a In-N-Out Burger play by the rules.
They had just flouted the law, and it was other residents who complained about them, and that's why the health department followed up and issued fines.
Now, here's the thing. Couple of things. One is In-N-Out Burger has never hidden its political stance. I mean, the Bible verses are on its cups and on its wrappers. Historically, they donated to the California GOP. They did during the Newsom recall effort. So no big surprise there. But they are saying that they are not the vaccine police. They put out a statement, and no matter what question you ask, they say, look at our statement. Are you going to do this in L.A. as well? When city of L.A. says you got to show vaccine proof to go in, they say, look at our statement. So they said they're not going to be the vaccine police. They say it is unreasonable to, quote, segregate customers based on the documents that they carry with them. And, some, we've heard from some In-N-Out customers who are like, well, yeah, we love their burgers, but they got to play by the rules. This guy is in one of the drive-thrus up in Contra Costa County. He says, stick it to the county that I just want my burger.
It's not their job. They were, they're here to make hamburgers for us in all reality.
Yeah, as long as you get the burger, you're good to go.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard about this or anyone's discussed it. Is it legal to force a company to do a medical check on customers? Well, is that actually something the government can force a company to do?
The counties, it's going to be up to courts, I'm sure, in the end, if In-N-Out Burger goes that far with this. The counties believe that they have the authority to do it. They say their lawyers, the county lawyers, have cleared what they're doing. City of L.A. believes it has the legal authority to do it. Many of these mandates, look at the pilots at Southwest Airlines this week. They lost in a court in Texas. The court saying the mandate is legal for them to be told as employees.
No, that's
I know it's different county versus.
What you have here is the government telling private businesses that they have to hire somebody to enforce a government law. That's the duty of the government to enforce its rules.
Right, but with Southwest Airlines, you've got the government telling them that because they are federal contractors, that their employees have to get vaccinated. So, the courts have sided with these mandates. And this one, we haven't seen it go to the courts yet. And obviously, some people are going to say, no. In-N-Out Burger says this goes back to their statement, fiercely disagrees with a government dictating what a private company does along those lines, what they're saying, to discriminate, as In-N-Out Burger puts it, against customers. So, they would be ones to argue. They say this is clear government overreach. Contra Costa County, San Francisco County, I would guess that L.A., the city of L.A., is going to say the same thing, that it is not government overreach.
Oh, yeah, they're all telling you that, so sure.
Yeah.
What you're saying about Southwest, I understand, but that's different here. In-N-Out doesn't have a government contract.
No, you're right. It is different, but still, you had the argument from the pilots that the Biden administration, the government, could not tell Southwest Airlines, a private company, what to do, and the courts this week backed up that mandate. And there are big differences in them, but still, the overall general idea that the courts have been supporting, whether it be employee mandates, county mandates, mask mandates, vaccine mandates, the courts have generally, in many of these cases, backed up.
I love the snitch culture it's created. Yeah, where local busybodies are calling the government on In-N-Out.
This story may be moving here right now. This L.A. is going to soon have this same vaccine-proof mandate.
Yeah, that's the thing, and we've been asking In-N-Out, all right, so are you going to follow it in L.A.? And they say, look at our statement. And, that statement is government overreach, that we are not the vaccine police, and so they won't say yay or nay, but it would seem like that they're pretty much saying that, we're going to do the same thing. There have been a number of them, San Ramon, some of the others in Northern California, where these vaccine rules are already in place, that have been fined over and over again. You remember in L.A., they were trying to figure out who was going to enforce this. It wouldn't be the LAPD. They don't have the manpower to do that, to be dealing with private business. And then whatever agency they decided on didn't have an enforcement arm. So that's the problem they're dealing with in Northern California as well. That they've got these rules in place now, but who's going to enforce it? Who has the authority to say, all right, are they going to arrest somebody, or are they going to put Yeah, shackles on the door. Are they going to find?
Has the government issued any proof that there's been any COVID outbreaks in In-N-Out Burger restaurants?
Specifically In-N-Out Burger, I don't think that there is anything there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad they're solving that problem. Sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, as a group, the restaurants in California, the California Business Roundtable, they are a nonpartisan group, but they too are saying they support vaccines in general, but they don't think, and they're going to the government now and saying, as a restaurant organization, as a force of restaurants coming together, that you've got 16-year-old kids, high school kids in many cases, working in fast food, and you're now telling them that they have got to check what is a highly controversial thing that's out there that some people believe you have access to, some don't, that you're telling them to enforce it, and that they don't think it's fair.
Government has thousands of laws and regulations, and they hire their own personnel, police, sheriff, inspectors, to enforce all these rules. I just find it outrageous that they expect businesses to spend money and go through the aggravation of
And that's
checking
exactly
every
what the
customer that
roundtable
comes
is
in.
saying. That's what In-N-Out Burger is saying, very much along those lines, saying we're not the ones to do it, whether we believe or not in the getting the vaccine and that everybody should have it coming in, that we are not the ones who should be enforcing this to make sure that show me what you got. And the counties are saying no, that they can't do it, that it's got to be the individual business owner who has to do it.
All right, Alex, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Alex Stone, ABC News for KFI on the In-N-Out's protest against being the vaccine police. We'll see what happens when this story moves to L.A. when that requirement takes effect. More coming up on that keyword to text in to win money this year.
Let's keep giving the government more power. That's a really good idea. John and Ken, Deborah Marquez News.
LA City Council is voting to prioritize affordable housing developments in neighborhoods with greater access to parks, public transit, schools, grocery stores, and health facilities. Monday's rain has brought strong surf conditions along the southern California coast, but officials say there has not been a significant increase in cars washing ashore from that oil spill off Huntington Beach that happened earlier this month. The U.S. has issued its first passport with an X-gender designation for people who do not identify as male or female. We'll go to the 57, and we will check in with the KFI in the sky next.
Termites love Southern California, and there are two kinds of termite seasons here. One, well, it's here all year long, and two, it's really termite season, and that's what's going on right now. If you see those little bugs flying around or what looks like small pieces of sawdust on the floor, termites, and I'm going to suggest you call Pacific Coast Termite for a free home inspection. Now, certain restrictions apply. When you use Pacific Coast Termite, no tenting, no double bagging your food, no pet sitting. I've tented before. It is a nightmare. You do not want to go there. You can actually be home